Hey, welcome, Sriyanka.
Hi, Auntie.
Hi. Welcome, all of you, those who are watching today. I'm Madhumita Adya. I'm a youth mentor, neural coach, and a UNSDG ambassador. But more than that, I am very, very excited always to talk to what is it called? Gen Z. So I have a channel which is Youth Talks where I invite young guests like Sriyanka Banerjee today who can talk openly about so many issues about themselves, about the world topics, about anything what comes to their mind. They are welcome to my channel and we will have a chit chat. So this is the purpose of my channel, Youth Talks. Welcome all of you to my channel and do subscribe it. So, Sriyanka, welcome once again. How are
Thank you.
you feeling? Are you relaxed?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm looking
All
forward.
right. So, about Sriyanka, I will say the famous dialogue of Dawn, Shriyanka ko pakadna mushkil hi nahi, namumkin hai. So she is a busy teen. She's just turned 16, and though both of us are in Dubai, but we haven't been able to do this interview face to face because of her extremely tight schedule. She is an academic topper and also she's into music. We will come to know about her throughout the interview. So, Shriyanka, who are you? How would you describe yourself? Talk about you. We want to know. Everybody wants to know who is Shriyanka.
So, hi, I'm Sriyanka Banerjee. I'm a 16-year-old living in Dubai. I go to Winchester School, Jebel Ali. I was born in India and I moved here at the age of 4, before which I lived in Kazakhstan. Um,
Oh,
I am currently in year 12 and will be giving my AS level exams next year, May, June. Um, I speak three languages fluently. That's Bengali, English, and Hindi. And I can more or less understand French and Arabic. Apart from academics, I train in Hindustani classical for almost 11 years now under Prayag University, Allahabad. I have a senior diploma in the same. I am self-teaching myself how to play the ukulele right now, and I can play the recorder and harmonium for the most part.
wow.
Um, Apart from that, for hobbies, I'm an avid reader, although it's a little less now comparatively because of my schedule. But I do enjoy reading a lot. I love fiction and fantasy novels,
Hmm.
series, and such. Um, but yeah, I would describe myself as outgoing. I would describe myself as open-minded and friendly and, easy to approach. So yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful. I'm very amazed at that. You're learning self-teaching yourself ukulele. My God, these are.
Yeah.
I love the sound of that, and it's an interesting instrument to play. Wow, lovely, amazing introduction, and that is precisely why I got Sri Lanka on my channel is because she is so accomplished. She has so many facets to her personality. She's done so many things. So I'll start with your musical journey. I know that you are an amazing singer. You have your own YouTube channel. You keep putting music videos on and off. We keep watching them. And tell me about your journey and now where you are and what is your future with music. This is something which everybody would want to know because I have seen you perform and you are truly amazing.
Thank you so much. So I started my music journey at the age of 4.5.
Oh,
I started off with Western vocals. I went to an institute in Dubai itself where I learned Western vocals, but that was for a short period of time. After that, I moved on to Hindustani classical. My first ever guru, Sri Jogiraj Shikdar, I went to his house and I started learning under his tutelage, under his guidance. Af- After that, that was for I think 1 or 2 years. After that, I moved on to Ajivasan, which is
yes.
Suresh.
Suresh,
Yes.
yes, yes.
I continued my Hindustani classical journey
So you
there.
have an Adivasan center here also?
So what happened was that it was Ajivasan. For when I joined, I joined for a year, and then after that, another institute took over Ajivasan. So that
Hmm.
was Adi Sangeet Kala Kendra, which is the institute I
Okay.
go to. Adi Shakti Sangeet Kala Kendra. Uh, my guru is Sri Amit Kumar Pandey,
Hmm.
and it's been about 8 years there. I am currently in my fifth year, uh, which I've just given my exam for. So I give my exams under Prayag University, Allahabad, and I have my senior diploma.
Hmm.
My sixth year, I'll get, my sixth year and my seventh year, and then I'll be done, more or less. Really, there's no getting
Into
done.
music, yes, into.
But
Hmm.
yeah, other than that, I go to another institute, Jogiratsa's institute itself, Malhar. Um, I learn light music there. I indulge in vocal music there as well. I mean classical as well. Um, so yeah, so that is for the training. I've also trained under Srimati Mira Singh Gupta from KM Conservatory, A. Rahman School. So that
Oh,
was
okay.
an online course for about 6 months. And yeah, so I try to
So,
get
so you
myself into these
So
workshops and all.
you always wanted look, the people start with music, but they give up in between because of the pressure of studies, or because they feel that okay, it's no more interesting. So it was within you. You are very passionate throughout your life. You throughout, and even now you're continuing with your studies. You're managing time and everything. So it never bothered you to balance your academics and music.
I wouldn't call it a bother. Yes, it's difficult. It's quite difficult because as important as academics is to me, music is the same. I
Yes,
try
that
to
is what
maintain
you.
that balance, and it is difficult. It is very difficult to manage, but I try my best. Obviously I'm not going to give up on music, and I've been doing
That's true.
it since I was a child, since I was very young, and I plan on doing it for the rest of my life. So
So you
uh,
love it. Hmm.
I
You love it's your passion. Hmm.
yes, of course, it's my passion. Um, so that is for the training, and I have my own YouTube channel um, where I upload covers and I upload music videos.
What's it called?
It's called Sriyanka Banerjee. It's just my
Okay.
name,
Okay.
and yeah, so I upload what I can, and the appreciative comments and the blessings from my elders. It's what motivates me and keeps me.
Absolutely beautiful. When your covers, we wait for them. So beautiful. So those people who are watching this, especially for those youth who always feel very overwhelmed. Kitna sara kaam hai, how much to do, how to manage this, how to manage. So they leave everything as halfway in between. And let me tell everybody here that you have topped your IGCSE exam in your school. Am I right?
Yeah,
Congratulations.
thank you so
So,
much.
you have to tell me how important is time management. No, you give me like how you balance actually, and how many subjects you had in grade 10, and how did you manage to study and ace those subjects. So, what was your study schedule like?
Okay, so obviously time management is a huge factor, and it's a huge asset to have, especially when you have so many subjects. In year 11, I had 8 subjects, and in year 10, I gave 3 boards in advance.
Oh,
So in total, I had 11 subjects. Um, Last year itself, in year 11, my 8 subjects, they were very difficult to juggle, very difficult, especially because they were all science subjects. Um, what I did was I tried to divide my subjects per day. So on Mondays, for example, I would study 3 subjects. On Tuesdays, the other 3, and then on Wednesdays, the other 2, and then it would be a cycle of that. Um, Dividing my time properly for each chapter, for each subtopic. It's very important to cover everything before exam season, because during exam season, the stress and
and how many hours would you say? What was after getting up? So after you, what time you come from school, and then how many hours?
so, uh, On a daily, when it was not exam season, I would say around 4 hours average every
Every
day.
day?
Yes.
Yeah.
And exam season,
There's no
wow.
limit. You can go whole night.
Actually, like I would say it was a very unhealthy schedule during exam season. Like I didn't
Mm.
get sleep. I had to stay up. But
Mm.
but yeah, I would say that it is extremely important to get everything done before that pressure and that stress of the exam starts.
So even when you are saying that you did plan 4 hours every day, still at the end you faltered with your timing, you felt overwhelmed, and that's natural. That everybody before exam want to cram, and if you are a good student, you would want to do that much better. Am I right?
Never be
Yeah.
prepared enough. I would
Yes.
find
You are
myself
never.
I'm going to sleep, and I remember, okay, I'm
Yeah.
self-questioning, like, do you know this answer? And I don't know the answer. I had to get up at 2 a.m. and research
Uh,
it. So it was like
so
that.
So you would say, in if I have to give that one mantra, that right from the beginning, regular studies of 4 hours, 3 hours, depending upon 11 subjects is too much here in Dubai. In India, people would do 6 or 7 subjects max, and for them, I think that will be a little easier. But yes, the timing and consistently throughout their come festival, come watch, you need to study
Yeah,
regularly, right?
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Also, along with your singing schedule, along with your board exams, and you are doing so well in both the facets. Also, I met you through a social service venture.
Right.
I have a small social service venture in Dubai called Make a Difference, where I have almost 10 youth who are a small motley group of youth who are trying to do something. Because of this busy schedule, we don't do much, but she was the one when I said that I'm starting this and I need youth. You just jumped, but knowing that you had all these things planned, you still gave your time. What makes a social causes so important to you, and how important is it for youth of today to do some bit of social work, how much ever they can? What would you say about that?
I think it's extremely important to give our time and show our gratitude to the hard workers of our community, of our society. And I would say that us as the youth, especially living in a place like Dubai, we kind of
Yes.
take it for granted. We have things very easy here, and it's important to understand that there are people working behind this, and there are people who make it easy for us. They give it to us on a silver plate, and like I said, it's very important to give back, and I'm always um, willing
Looking
to
forward to this, yeah.
forward to helping out.
And I think it also is a quite a stress buster. Would you say that no, your mind is, your dopamine level becomes high when you
Absolutely,
give something. The
absolutely.
moment you start giving, you feel better, you feel very happy and with a renewed energy. So it cannot be ever for youth that this or that. You have to balance everything throughout a year, right?
Absolutely.
Like, okay, I will do it when I grow up. I will do this social cause when I have money. It doesn't work like that. It works at your age, how you people are doing. I have other people also who are also studying equally hard and also doing their little bit for the society. So yes, that's very important, as you said, that balancing everything and giving back. Now, I have a very interesting question for you. Like, teenage years are the most awkward years of life. You are 16, you are well into your teen. Having a conversation with them is like pulling out a teeth. When my son was young, the only three words I would have from him is, where are you going? Out. What are you doing? Nothing. And how was your day? Nice. I repeatedly got these three words from him. And I know for sure that conversation with parents during teen is a very, very difficult phase. I faced it. So you are on my channel. So I would like to know, how is your relation with your parents, and what type what tips, small things you can tell your friends or whoever is listening, that how to bridge that communication gap, what effort you would take.
Mm. Uh, I'm very grateful But my relationship with my parents is as healthy as it is, and I'm able to talk to them about my problems, and go up to them and have mature conversations on if I'm not feeling up to something, or if something's not going right, then I can talk to them about it. Obviously, there is a respect respect that we maintain with each other, where I won't discuss some things with my parents and they will not discuss some things with me. And it's sort of a gap that we have, which is, I
Healthy,
would
which
say,
should be there,
it's
huh?
good. It's good. And they're understanding, and they're accepting, and they're tolerant to whatever I have to say, and they respect my opinion as I respect theirs. So,
Mm.
I'm very grateful for that.
Do you
Uh,
lose your cool sometimes?
of course,
Of
of
course, everybody does, right? So,
course,
so,
it's
so
natural.
so then you come up. I think the girls are much more they are more into talking, and they are open their heart. So that's, I think, is something very, very endearing, to see that the open relationship. Like you as you said very rightly, there are certain things I will not talk, but there is always, they are there for me. So that's to understand that even when you're saying something, no, especially people say that my parents are getting on my nerves. What is this getting on my nerves? Even me, like, we are study, okay, padte raho, ye karo, wo karo. So I think that parents should take a back step, right? You people, young people, what would you say about this aspect? Like, too much, keep on studying, anyway you are doing it, right?
Yeah,
So
I mean, if there's no issue with the person, and if they're not, if they're doing well enough, there's no reason to sit on their
but
head.
it depends upon how your child is taking it. So the communication, so the effort has to be from both sides, and yeah, so
Exactly,
good to see
exactly.
that.
It's
Correct.
important.
Correct. So now, one interesting question which I have for you is, you are from India, you are an Indian living in Dubai, and I
Yeah.
know that I have seen you during how do you maintain that culture? Because you go schools where you're surrounded by multicultural people, you meet so many people from different parts of the world. How do you hold on to your Indian ethos, Indianness, Indian heritage culture? How do you do that?
Um, I think there are two factors here. One is my family. They've
Mm,
always been very rooted, very, very, you know, uh, close to my roots. And, I've grown up listening to stories, and how they grew up, and, stories of mythology, and
mm,
watching old movies, and, whatever it is that keeps us cultured and keeps us. Um,
yes.
and the second is my music. I
Mm,
have grown up in an environment that is so rich and full of culture. And Hindustani classical music, it's it's not just music; it is a lifestyle. It is a way of life, and
yes.
it's truly taught me so much. Uh,
Mm,
so apart, I mean, obviously, family and music; those are the two things. And then
mm,
apart from that, I have uh, these events that we go to, and these associations where we
yeah, Durga
celebrate
Pujas and all. We have our
their
own festivals as a Bengali. Yeah.
we try to keep, I mean, they try to keep the culture alive, and it's really beneficial for us kids who are not in India, we're living outside. So yeah.
Mm, mm. For everybody, I think, never to forget your roots. And as you said, you chose Hindustani classical. That shows, like, even if you're not learning music, there are different ways to keep connected to your culture. Read books, as you said, read mythology. That's something amazing which you will keep grounded, keep connected, and never forget where you came from, whether whichever part of the world you are. In fact, people who are outside are much more rooted than those who are in India, I believe. So, and I see you wholeheartedly participating in festivals right from day one, decorations, everything. So it's amazing to see teens
I owe
working.
it to my family. They push us, and they
Yeah,
like,
true,
they're
true.
absolutely true to our roots.
Great, great. Okay, one thing would which Shriyaka would like to change in herself, and why?
Something I'd like to change in myself. Hmm. I would say my my procrastination habits. I think I procrastinate quite a bit.
You do, but you're managing so many things. You still are saying,
I, I manage the things, but it could be managed better. Is obviously
hmm,
so not pushing things to the end
pe-
and getting things.
people outside.
Time management, something I work on.
You Yeah, I would say you are epitome of time management. You're managing so well, but still you feel that you need to work on that. I think that everyone is struggling with the time. Maybe social media is taking their time. The phone in their hand is taking that much time. Do you agree that you are on social media a lot, or you think that no, that time which I give them, that is the time which I can give to my other
Don't
activities?
think I'm on social media that much, although my parents would say differently. I think it's important. It's important that we keep, our studies and our extracurriculars on one side and our social life on one side. And it's important to maintain that balance. I don't think it's completely fair to someone to completely put all of their focus into education and,
No,
the
it is not possible.
difficult aspects of life.
It's not good.
And you need friends to, stay healthy,
Mm,
happy. So,
absolutely. All right. Okay. So, my question now to you is, what's your strength? Which is one thing which you will never change in yourself, your biggest strength.
okay. My biggest strength, I think, hmm, is that I'm hardworking. That I would give that to myself. That I'm
Correct.
hardworking and I work for the things I get, and whatever I have is because of the hard work I put into it. I don't hope
Focus.
for luck or anything like that. I know that I work hard, and the things that I do get, and the things that I'm awarded, and the blessings that I have are because of the hard work I've put into whatever I'm doing. So
And Shreka, I must tell you that whatever I know of you, you are so humble. That's also a quality which is imbibed. That's something which is so beautiful. Like you have to know that yes, I am this and I need to do this and I'm this, but keep yourself grounded. So a wonderful conversation. Now I know that you said that you are a avid book reader. You were, but you're not getting too much time. But
yeah,
what kind of books you read? Do you have some names which you can share with our listeners or our young people who want to read something? What would you
yeah.
suggest?
So I grew up reading the classics, Enid Blyton,
Okay,
um,
yes.
J.K. Rowling. J.K. Rowling, I owe my life to J.K. Rowling. She is, Harry Potter is basically a personality trait of mine. People think
Oh,
Shriyanka hates Harry Potter. So
really?
yeah. So that J.K. Rowling, Rick Riordan, I've always been a huge fan of fantasy and fiction. So right now, I would suggest, you know, Leigh Bardugo, Victoria Aveyard, Holly Black, Christopher Paolini, Stephen Fry. Uh,
You have
obviously,
something. You have something here. Some books.
no, yeah, I
Not
mean,
right.
yeah, I do. I have like so you have these modern authors like the ones I just mentioned, and then you have the classics. And you were going back to your question on how my parents kept me rooted and how I stay true to my culture. So this is a book that my parents gave to me, and it's a collection
Oh
of
yeah, Satyajit Ray.
short
Yes,
stories, and I've read this like a lot of times. I've reread
yes,
it a lot of times because it's very interesting and the stories are true to its culture, and you
absolutely.
can really tell why all of India
I,
respects Satyajit so much. So yeah,
It's so amazing to see you reading Satyajit Ray. I grew up reading all of Satyajit Ray in Bengali. I learned Bengali because I wanted to read Satyajit Ray, and the essence and the flavor you get when you read the original is something else. But I'm sure you can read Bengali, can you? Or no, not difficult.
sort of I can manage, but not
Magic,
really.
little magic. But you are reading Ray. Ray is something. It's so universal. Everyone can read Ray and his books and his movies. So
Yeah.
I'm sure wonderful to share. Um, uh, okay, you are here and we don't get to hear you sing is not something going to happen. We are going to end our session, a very fruitful and beautiful flow conversation with you with a beautiful song. Your choice.
Okay. I'll just sing one of the songs that I covered with a friend of mine. His name's Rishit, and we started our own band,
Oh,
Rimsicle.
yes. Yes, you
And
have a band. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, so this was one of the first covers that we posted, and yeah, I'll try and sing a few lines. Hmm. I'm going under, and this time I feel there's no one to save me. This all or nothing really got a way of driving me crazy. I need somebody to heal, somebody to know, somebody to have, somebody to hold. It's easy to say, but it's never the same. I guess I kinda like the way you numbed all the pain. Now the day bleeds into nightfall, and you're not here to get me through it all. I let my guard down, and then you pulled the rug. I was getting kinda used to being someone you love.
Superb, beautiful, Shriyanka. I've heard you sing before, but here on live when you're singing, it is so beautiful. Lots of blessings for you. May
Oh,
you grow up to be an amazing singer. And we start trying. Shriyanka, we know we want us we want an autograph. You grow up, but you stay rooted, and you are an amazing personality. A lots of love to you. How was your experience today?
so it was so great. I'm so grateful that you thought of me, and I'm so thankful for this opportunity. And I had a great time. I had a great time. Thank
Thank
you
you
so much.
so much. Thank you so much. Same here. And I wish and I hope that people listening live to Shriyanka's friends and whoever is there, please subscribe to my channel to know more about such amazing youth who will come on my channel to discuss. And there are so many learnings we can pick up from everybody's life. And teens and youth are full of ideas and amazing clarity of thought. I learn every day from today. What I learned from Shriyanka is something beautiful. She said, "No, that I'm learning something. I continue doing it in spite of everything." I myself was thinking I started learning dance, but I did not continue because of my education. But now I see the drive which you have, and many of others who are managing this along with education, and that's why you are on this platform. Thank you so much, Shriyanka.
Thank
God
you so
bless
much.
and see you again in person soon.
Yes.
Bye.
Thank you
Bye.
so much. Bye.
Bye.